You are listening to the Retina UK National Peer Support Group meeting recorded Thursday, 30th of June 2022.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us this evening for the launch meeting of our National Peer Support Group for Retina UK. We really appreciate your attendance. My name is Mark Baxter. I am the Information and Support Coordinator for Retina UK. I'm responsible for facilitating and coordinating local peer support groups around the UK. We have so far 16 peer support groups, both locally and now the national one as well, which we are aiming to put on 4 times a year, with a summer one being tonight, then autumn, winter, and then spring for next year as well. If anybody has any queries or questions, then they can contact me at the end of the meeting, and full details will be available before the meeting. We are joined this evening, if you are interested in taking on a walk-in or a check-in challenge, Jan from Action Challenge UK, who will be talking about some amazing challenges that are coming up through 2022 and what is planned for 2023. So thank you very much, Jan, for joining us. He's going to be speaking about obviously his role and everything that is going on at Action Challenge UK. So over to you, Jan. Thanks again.
Thanks, Mark, and thanks for arranging this meeting. I think it's a really good way to kind of get the options and opportunities out there in front of people. I think people are a lot more comfortable with Zoom and online meetings now than we were perhaps 2.5, 3 years ago. So as Mark said, my name's Jan. I'm Business Development Manager at Action Challenge. If you aren't familiar with us, I'll explain a little bit about who Action Challenge are. We are primarily an events, a trekking and running events company. We put on challenge events here in the UK and around the world, on 5 continents around the world. But that's where we started off, running events like Mount Kilimanjaro, treks to Everest Base Camp, Machu Picchu and so on. But what I'm here tonight to talk about is our flagship series of events in the UK, the Ultra Challenge series. You might hear that name, Ultra Challenge. It does sound quite daunting, ultra and then challenge, but they're not as scary as that name might make you think. What is an Ultra Challenge? It is a long distance walking or running event. They take place, there's a whole series of them that we run, 14 in total in 2022, and another 14 will take place in 2023. And currently we are nearly halfway through the year. We've already delivered 6 of these events so far in 2022, with another 6 yet to come later in the year. So to give you an idea of where they take place, we have the Jurassic Coast Challenge, one of our more popular ones that covers a very hilly and rugged coastline down in Dorset. It runs from Corfe Castle through Weymouth all the way on to Bridport, covers some steep climbs. There's one section that's known as the Wall for very good reasons. We also do the Thames Path Challenge, which is a lot flatter, a lot more gentle, but still covers the same sort of distance, that runs from West London all the way out to Henley on Thames. The last one I was out on was our Lake District Challenge up in Cumbria, probably the most famous national park in the whole of the UK. It's a loop around Lake Windermere. But all of these challenges, regardless of where they take place, follow the same kind of format. It's basically a 100-kilometer total distance, and people can sign up to do the full 100k distance, or you can take a 50-kilometer half challenge or a 25-kilometer quarter challenge. Plus we do also offer 10-kilometer options alongside each of those events as well. Of those 14 events in 2021, the series raised about £7 million for UK charities. And this year we've got an ambition to top that, raise about £8 million for UK charities like Retina UK. And I think we had a number of fundraisers. I think Mark might have actually been one of them on the series last year?
I not with Action Challenge UK, but I have done many challenges for Retina UK over the years. It's where I started as a volunteer fundraiser back in 2009 with their flagship trek to the Sahara Desert, which was a 60-mile or 100-kilometer trek across the famous sand dunes and many different landscapes of the Sahara Desert. And then I've gone on and completed other challenges like the Three Peaks Challenge, completing Snowdon, Scafell Pike, and the mighty Ben Nevis in Scotland as well. Iceland, there was a 60-mile trek across Iceland from one side to the other. And most recently, the first challenge that we did when Retina UK changed their name from RP Fighting Blindness was a tour around the west face of Mont Blanc. So all of the treks that I've done for Retina UK and previous RP Fighting Blindness have been just amazing, inspirational challenges for me. You know, the fundraising is an added bonus, but for me to complete those challenges, get on some walking boots, meet other like-minded, inspirational individuals like myself, it was very, very rewarding. And some of the memories, photographs, sights, sounds, food, you know, it's been absolutely amazing. So yeah, some amazing adventures I've been on so far.
Brilliant. I think you touched on something quite important to not just our challenges, but challenges like this in general, is the sense of achievement you get when you take something on, and that feeling of, okay, I can do that. What else can I do next? And we see it on our ultra challenges quite a lot, where I've mentioned the different distance options that you can do, 100K down to 10K. You can then sign up to walk, jog, or run any of those distances. We call it your challenge, your way, which is, why I think the ultra challenges are probably some of the most open and inclusive challenges that anyone in the UK offers in terms of abilities and experience levels, because it really is your challenge, your way. You can sign up to run the full 100-kilometer challenge if you want. And we do get people who do that and would run that distance in sort of 9 hours. They're very rare. It's a small percentage. We also have people who sign up to walk 10K or 25K. And for those people who walk it and those people who run it, regardless of distance, that is their challenge. They are looking at that and saying, this is something tough that I want to take on. And what we always find is people will do these challenges, get to the finish line, have that moment as they cross, get cheered across, get the glass of fizz and the medal as they reach the finish line and think, wow, I did it. And not only that, I feel like I could do a little bit more. And we get so many people who come back the next year or even an event later that same year and do a slightly longer distance, or maybe choose to jog it or run it and push on. So they're really flexible, open and inclusive challenges. In terms of the way people can approach it and, what their abilities and fitness levels are. To give you an idea of what we do as part of that, because it's not simply a case of going, right, here's a 100-kilometer route, here's a map and a compass, and off you go and find your own way. We put a huge amount of work into all of these events, into the support, making the route as clear as possible, but also making sure that people have all the information they need before they go there, on the day, what they need in terms of extras, transfers, do they need to book camping, car parking, all that kind of stuff. So to give you an idea of what this event looks like, you turn up on the day at the start line. There's a big marquee set up, there's flags, there's a registration tent. You go in there, you pick up your timing chip, your bib number, and then you start. You're given a set start time, and you'll set off with about 300 other people. On any given event, we'll have around 2,000 to 3,000 people will take part, and they set off in waves. Every 20 minutes, we set the runners off first, and then the walkers will head off. So along that 100-kilometer route, you go from the start line, where you can grab a tea, coffee, biscuit, bacon, butty, whatever you might want. And then roughly every 12.5 kilometers along the route, there's a rest stop. And these are the things that people always look forward to getting into. Obviously, the views and the scenery and the sights and sounds and everything they're taking along the route is fantastic. But when you're out there on the events, these rest stops are like a heaven when you're walking down the route, because you see the flags in the distance, you see the marquee set up there, you can hear everything, the noise, the music coming from the PA, the MC kind of cheering people across the line. These rest stops, that's where you restock, you refuel. So we have snacks, crisps, fruit, and then every 25 kilometers there's a major rest stop where you can get a barbecue lunch, you can get some bakery items, some pastries, some pick and mix, which I've never seen grown adults get so excited over pick and mix as they do in our events. People run up there, fill a little bag of pick and mix, but just to get that sugar hit to take them on the next stage of the route. And then each one of those rest stops is staffed by our crew. I occasionally will work on these rest stops, people from the office will, and we've got a real big network of experienced event professionals who work on these rest stops, kind of manage the hospitality, make sure that when you reach that rest stop, you're well taken care of. There's always a team of podiatrists, medics, masseuses, if you want a little rub down when you reach the finish line. And then first aiders and people that can deal with any kind of emergencies that might crop up as well. Working between those rest stops, we've got a really good signage team, a route team who go out there, make sure all the route signs are in place. We've got marshals to manage road crossings. We've got trek masters who are out there. These are people who've done these treks before. They're really good, strong, experienced walkers, and they're out there to walk with people, to give encouragement, to really share their experience and just give people that little boost as they're out there along the route. We have drivers in case of any emergencies, and you can actually book a little GPS tracker. So if you've got friends and family who want to watch your kind of little dot move along a map and kind of give you some encouragement, you can get one of these, pop it in your backpack, and friends and family can watch your progress along the route. But all of that is kind of the boring infrastructure side of things. The experience itself is what makes these events. Like I said, there's about 2,000 people on the day will be taking part in that event. So that just means there's a real buzz on the day. You've got that nervous energy at the start line, that excitement. And then when you're out on the route itself, you've got strangers who will be offering their support, words of encouragement. People will make lifelong friends on these events, and they come back year upon year upon year. We've got a really active Facebook group with about 10,000 members, and these are all past participants, with a lot of ultra challenges under their belt. We've got one lady who is, I think, 68 this year, and she's signed up for every single one we're doing, having done every single one of our events last year, including our London to Brighton challenge, where she noticed there was a 5K park run on the way. So she took time out from doing the 100-kilometer London to Brighton challenge just to do a little 5K park run and then carry on this. So we get a lot of people of all backgrounds, ages, experiences, shapes and sizes, fitness levels, taking part in these events. The main thing is it's open to everybody, and there's a huge welcoming atmosphere of support. And when you reach that finish line, you've got a big crowd. We have what's known as our cheer squad. I won't call them cheerleaders, but they do tend to have the pom-poms. They don't wear the full outfit, but they will be there at the finish line cheering people across there, welcoming you with a glass of fizz, a commemorative medal, which I'm holding one up here, but they're always designed specifically for each event. It marks what distance you've done. You get that round your neck. You get a finisher's t-shirt that says, I've completed the, whatever it might be, the Peak District, Lake District, Thames Path Challenge, and a good photo opportunity with a background banner that says, finisher on the challenge. And weirdly, after our Lake District challenge 3 weeks ago, I took some time off and I spent a few days up in the Lake District just to kind of explore. And I was halfway up one of the fells, and I saw this guy on his way down, and I thought, that looks like a Lake District finishers t-shirt. And he was still proudly wearing his finishers t-shirt and medal 2 days after the event, as he was wandering around in the Lake District. That's how happy he was to have finished it. So there's a real buzz when you reach that finish line, a real kind of celebratory moment that I think makes it all worthwhile. And like I say, that's why people do keep coming back year after year after year. The fantastic ways, fantastic events to raise money for charity. Experience has told us, we are, I don't think you could have avoided the news that we are in a cost of living crisis at the moment. Prices are going up, and experience does show that events like ours are the ones that people will tend to stick with because they're tough, they're recognizably tough, but also accessible and achievable for everybody. But if you were to go out there and say, look, I want to raise some money for Retina UK, I'm taking on a 25k, a 50k, or 100-kilometer walk through the Peak District, Lake District, the Chilterns, the South Coast, people immediately recognized, hey, that sounds like a tough challenge. So they're going to be quite happy to donate to that. We do a lot of work with our charities to make our events work for charities. For Retina UK, we've got an agreement in place, which we will carry on for this year and into 2023, that if anyone with sight loss wants to do one of our events and wants somebody to come along as a guide to help them, we offer a 50% discount on those guide places. Just get in touch with us or speak to Mark or one of the team at Retina UK, and we can help set that up. But there's a number of different ways you can join these events. You can do a fully fundraised option where you fundraise the full amount. We do mixed funding where you kind of pay half and fundraise half, or you can just buy a place and come along and take part. And I think what these events offer is really great value for what you do. It's a great opportunity to raise money for Retina UK. And a great way to get out there and meet new people as well. So whether you sat there, you're thinking, this sounds like something I can do on my own, or whether there's a group of you, we do group booking discounts as well. So if you've got a bunch of people who want to take this on, do reach out and we'll do what we can, because we are, as a company, committed to doing what we can for charities. The last 2 years have been really tough for charities and anyone involved in events fundraising. So as a company, we are putting our weight behind supporting charities of all sizes to use our events to raise life-changing sums of money. So if you do want more info, I'm sure Mark will share my contact details or reach out to him directly. But that kind of sums up everything from me with regards to the Ultra Challenges. I realized that was a bit of a brain dump on you there. It's hard to sort of compress what we do into 15 minutes, but I hope that gave you a bit of a flavor of what we can offer on these events and what options are open to you. Thanks.
That was fantastic, Jan. Thank you so much for explaining what you guys do and some of the amazing challenges that you can offer. If anybody is interested, in our follow-up email, which will go out to all attendees, we will put in there a few bits of information, contact information regarding Action Challenge UK, and email addresses, telephone numbers. And also what we will do is we will put in some statistics and a little fundraising piece of information if you are interested in raising much needed funds to continue the research and the support services that Retina UK provide to our community. We will put that in there as well, and a little diary of what is coming up towards the latter part of this year and what to look forward to for 2023. So if you are interested in taking on one of these challenges, you've got the next 6 months to either buy some new walking boots and wear them in, or dig out your old walking boots from the loft if you haven't done a trek for a while. I definitely know mine are up there somewhere, probably still with a lot of Saharan sand in them from the first trek that I did. So, but like I say, if anybody is interested, I will put full information on how you can contact us. And if you do have any questions for Jan, please unmute your microphone or put your hand up and fire away. And I'm sure either Jan or myself will be able to answer them for you. Stunned silence. I think everyone's run a mile, or it's a shame they haven't run 60. If we could get them to run 60, that would be brilliant, wouldn't it?
Just to ask, Richard here, you said about sighted guides get 50%. Do you supply sighted guides, or would have to bring our own sighted guides to get that 50%?
We don't supply the guides themselves. It's if, and it doesn't have to be somebody who's qualified as a guide. It could be a family member, a friend, but someone who's there to support someone with sight loss on the event. We do offer a 50% discount on those places when it's coming through a charity like Retina UK that works with people with sight loss.
Thank you very much. If anybody, we've done it before where we've literally had a train going where everybody is clinging on to someone's rucksack at the back, and we've kind of got this centipede thing going, especially when some parts got quite tricky. It's like everybody hold on, and usually you would have a sighted guide at the beginning, who will be able to navigate someone through tricky parts of obstacles. Or narrow pathways. So it is a very, very good group bonding experience as well, so if you are worried that, you haven't got a sighted guide, then there will be somebody there that may have a little better sight than yourself or a different disability, for example, and will be able to help you out. The weird thing is you start out as a bunch of strangers, but at the end of the 100 kilometers, I guarantee that everybody will know everybody on that trek. And that is because that is all you have to do, is to talk to each and every one of them. It's all you're doing is just walking and talking, and you learn so much about people's disability, their sight loss journey, their families, what they do for a living, what their hobbies are, and it's just an amazing sense of achievement. It is a massively beneficial for your mental and physical well-being as well. You just come out feeling, well, I've conquered this, or I've managed to do this, and yeah, it's definitely something that is worth having a go at.
Thanks.
Can I also ask a quick question? It's Rachel. You said about that these sort of different prices for the different challenges. What sort of gauges of prices are there, just sort of to give us an idea of what sort of price would you pay if you went on one?
Sure. So the prices are based on the distance that same across all the challenges in the series. And there's 3 different ways you can pay as well, like I mentioned. So you can pay for the place. And if you can hear me typing, it's because I'm just looking up the full price list, because I don't know them all off at the top of my head. But if you're doing, say, the charity sponsorship option, which if you are looking at doing this to support Retina UK, I would absolutely recommend this. It starts from £10 for the 2022 series. That's for a 25-kilometre place. And that then comes with a £200 fundraising target. So you pay £10 to sign up, you fundraise £200. And the model there is at least 2/3 of that money that you fundraise is a donation to Retina UK, and no more than 1/3 of that is cost, is what Retina UK would pay for the place for you to take part in the event. If you're looking at doing the full 100 kilometers, that would be a £30 fee when you sign up. You pay that when you register, and a £595 fundraising target. With the fundraising options, you only need to hit 50% of that fundraising target by the day of the event, and then you can fundraise the rest up to 4 weeks afterwards. So a lot of people will fundraise, tell their friends they're doing these challenges. I'm heading off to walk 50k, 100k along the south coast, wherever it might be. They'll get some donations in, they'll hit that 50% target, and then after the event they post that picture of them on the finish line with the medal, without putting too fine a point on it, the blisters on their feet, perhaps black toenails, the sunburnt faces, and that's when a lot of donations come in. And from looking at Just Giving and the amount of donations that are given, the highest fundraising target we've got for any of our events is £595. The average amount donated to a Just Giving page across all of our events last year was about £750. So people consistently will raise phenomenal sums for charity on these events, and all the excess is just more money going to charities like Retina UK. If you have a look on the ultrachallenge.com website, because rather than me just reel off all the different distances and prices, you can see the full list of prices and options on the website there as well.
Brilliant, thanks Jan. And what we'll do is I'll get those details from Jan, and that will go into the follow-up email that will be sent out, along with the link to the YouTube recording as well. Does anybody else have any questions for Jan or for me about Retina UK? No. We do, obviously this is our first national peer support group, and once again, thank you everybody for attending. We do have other local peer support groups coming up in July, as I mentioned. For those living in Berkshire, we have our launch meeting of our Berkshire meeting on the 5th of July. Anyone from Kent, we have our Kent in-person meeting on the 6th of July. And then on the 13th of July, we have our second Wrexham meeting, which is going to be online from 7 p.m. And then on the 17th, Sunday the 17th, we have our London in-person meeting, which is going to be a picnic in Russell Square Gardens, which starts from 12 p.m. And full details of all our upcoming meetings are available on our website, which is www.retinauk.org.uk. /groups. Again, I will put all details in our follow-up email. So if anybody's got any questions regarding local peer support groups or any other services that we provide, if anybody is living or will be interested in attending our general and professional conference in July, that is on the 9th, which is the professionals conference. It's the 8th of July is the professionals conference, and 9th of July is the general conference and AGM. So anybody is interested in learning more about the research that is going on, and a new service that we are going to be launching live at the event as well. You can attend in person. It's going to be at the McDonald Burlington Hotel in Birmingham. Or if you would rather watch from the comfort of your own home, it is going to be streamed live as well via a hybrid link as well. So again, all details will be available in the follow-up email. So if you did want to register to attend either in person or through an online channel, then that is something that you can do. If there's any other queries, if anybody's got any questions regarding local peer groups, if you're interested in setting one up in your area, then please contact me at services@retinauk.org.uk. Or if you would like to know more about the services that we support, we do have a helpline which is available 9:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. Monday to Friday, and that is manned by our amazing team of volunteers that are all living with inherited sight loss. So they're very supportive, they're very knowledgeable about inherited retinal dystrophies, and they can support you and ask any questions that you may have regarding your condition. We also have our talk and support service, which is a one-to-one befriending service. So if anybody is struggling and they would like to speak to, again, one of our trained volunteers that are also living with inherited sight loss about, how to cope with a different impact stage, for example, or anything that's going on regarding whether it's loss of a driving license or struggling at work, then we can actually help you through that service. And it's either twice a month or once a month or once every 2 months. It's entirely up to you. So again, if you are interested in that service, then please again contact me through services@retinauk.org.uk, or you can contact us at the office. We are based in Buckingham, just outside Milton Keynes, and we have a lovely staff that are ready to take any calls that you may have, and our office number is 01280 821 334, or you can contact the office on via email, and that is info@retinauk.org.uk. I think that is everything that we have got coming up in the next few months. We do have information days coming up in September. More details will be available on our website as to where they are and dates they're going to be held at as well. So again, thank you everybody for attending. Has anybody got any further questions? We still have 10 minutes, so if anyone wants to stick around and kind of have a chat and share any experiences or any treks that they may have been on, or any places that they would like to go to or experience, then you're more than welcome to stick around. And Jan, if you'd like to stay and chat with us, then you're more than welcome to do so. Or if everybody hasn't had their dinner yet or anything like that and would like to shoot off, then please feel free to do so. But thank you everybody for attending our first National Peer Support Group meeting, and thank you to Jan. That was an amazing talk about some of the challenges, and I definitely think I'm going to be up for the Jurassic Coast Challenge next year. I think that's one that I've always wanted to do, so I think I might sign up for that one. So hopefully anybody else is interested, maybe we can trek together. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jan. Thanks, Mark. Very interesting. Just digressing, in terms of guiding, I don't know if anyone knows about these things, and you can see it's actually called a ramble tag. I don't know how many can see it, but it goes round next to the person's arm, the guider's arm, and it's got a loop there that you hold on to. So instead of grabbing someone's arm all the way when you're walking, you've got support, and it's actually easier for them as well. So it's called a ramble tag, RNIB.
Oh, cool.
To anyone. I just mentioned
Can
that.
Jan, can I ask you a question? It's Pam.
Hi, Pam.
You know, when you've got two people together and you're doing a walk, if you're not so confident, it's your first challenge, how do you kind of help somebody like train up? I mean, say for me, I mean, I'm an old fuddy-duddy anyway now, so I just wondered how you would actually, kind of mentor somebody who's just starting out, and then when you actually kind of got them up to speed, and how those tags actually work. Because I know I've seen them, on the TV and athletics and everything, and I'm thinking, doesn't it kind of tag you and like kind of drag, or is it? It's not, or is there a technique to it?
I think with the tag, it goes in the guider's arm rather than your arm, and it's there for you to kind of hold on to as something that's not somebody's arm itself.
Right.
In terms of training and preparing for these events, obviously, if you say, for example, you sign up to do a 25-kilometer walk on one of the challenges, the best way to train for anything like that is to walk. I mean, not the full 25k, but start with, if you're not a regular walker, if you don't feel overly confident with it, start with a sort of a 1k 2k walk just around a local park, something like that. See if you can build up to 5k. I think if you can walk 10k comfortably, you can sort of do the next sort of 15 to 25. I think it's that breaking that 10k barrier is generally the one where if you can say on a Saturday walk 10k and then feel like on the Sunday you wake up and like, oh, I could do that again, then your body's probably conditioned in a way. 25k, you'll feel it, you'll feel tired afterwards, but it's eminently achievable. One thing you don't have to worry about on these challenges is things like food and water. We supply all of that at the rest stops. It's literally just turn up with a water bottle and your boots on, and obviously any other bits and pieces like sun cream and waterproofs. But We provide a good support framework. It's really just about, you feel confident when you're on that start line that, you've done a few training walks, that you can walk at least 5K, 10K, and not feel like you want to collapse at the end of it. Then stepping up to that 25 is going to be achievable.
Oh, thank you. I was always just like find it inspirational, people who do that. But I think, could I ever do that at this stage of my life? But you never know. I'll start with baby steps, and then you never know. So yeah.
I mean, it sounds like you're coming from a position that 99% of our participants come from. We get a small number, maybe less than 100 people on every event who will run the full thing and do it in 12, 13, 14 hours. And massive respect to them. And we do put on an event that suits people of all abilities. A lot more people will run a 50K or a 25K. The majority of people in our events walk, and they walk, probably an average of 50K is the more popular distance. But a lot of people start with the 25K. And of those 99% of people, they all come into it thinking, I've never done anything like this before. Because all the serious hardcore walkers who are out there doing it every weekend, they almost don't need our events to do it. They'll be the people that put on their massive backpack with 18 meals in it, and a gallon of water and all that kind of stuff, and go out. Our events are there for people who want to push themselves further. That's our strap line. So this is about, okay, where's my comfort zone? I'm just gonna pop a toe over the edge of the line outside my comfort zone and see how I get on. And we put on events that help you do that.
Oh, fabulous. Thank you.
I've got an answer for regarding the ramble tag, and to you, Jack, as well. The last trek that I did was called the Ridge Walk, and it was for a charity while I was working for them, and it was a 52-mile straight walk over 24 hours. So it was a night trek as well, and I'd never done a night trek, and it was the first one where I needed guided assistance, because it got to the point where I was going through trees. It was a bright sunny day, the shade, the light, the shade, the light. So I needed support. And because it was obviously one where you needed to reach your destination in a particular time, it was timed. So, we were walking at a particular pace. So I decided to have myself tethered. And I actually made mine myself out of just a bungee cord and a handle, like a weightlifting pull down handle, which is all made out of neoprene. And literally, I just tethered it to the person in front of me's rucksack. And then if I needed to slow down, it wouldn't jolt them, it kind of like acted as a shock absorber. So they knew that I was slowing down, for example, and then they would be able to slow down it as well. And it seemed to work. And during it, the guide that was taking me, who was sighted, had to stop after a certain time, and I literally just took the clip off and I just clipped it onto one of the guide walkers that was with us. And because I wasn't going to give up, so I was kind of like a bit of a leech. I just clung on to the next person that would help guide me. And in your question regarding guiding and everything, 3 people that I was tethered to had never guided a blind person before, and they were all absolutely amazing. They just tell you where to put your feet. Majority of it was all pretty flat level. It wasn't too hilly or rocky, but they were absolutely brilliant. They made sure that your feet were going in the right place, you were comfortable. And and I just walked alongside them, as I could see it. I didn't feel like I had to grab onto someone, but I felt that I had the confidence that I was tethered to someone that could assist me. So don't ever feel like that you're going to be outside your comfort zone if you ever take on one of these challenges, because there will be someone around you that will be able to lend you a hand, and you'll be very surprised. It will be someone next to you that can't see either. So it's just how people bond together during these challenges. And it's very, very difficult to try and describe, you know, the feelings that you actually get from somebody else, you know. And I've been on a couple of treks where I've had the same, I call them the wingman, you know, the same wingman twice, you know, because you get to know someone and they get to know you, and they get to know how to guide you or support you, you know. It's just an amazing experience. So
yeah, no, thank you. Thank you.
Has anyone got anything else they would like to share, or? No, I think everyone's
all quiet.
all quiet. What time is it?
Hi, it's Kim.
Hello, Kim.
Hi, I just wanted to ask. So the Lake District, that one was done 3 weeks ago, so that won't be done again this year, will it?
No, so the annual events.
Okay.
We have our Lake District 2023 challenges open for registration for next year. So the date is set. So they're always a similar weekend. So it'll be the second weekend in June next year.
Oh, fantastic. That's amazing. And actually, Jack and I walked 6.5 kilometers today with ease. So that was a surprise to me. So, you know, maybe I could go further.
We'll sign you up for the 100K one.
No.
No, that's absolutely.
I mean, it's very, very challenging. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening. It's been wonderful for Jan to explain what's going on, and please do jump onto our website and have a little look at our fundraising page. It's crucial that we keep our fundraising going. Like Jan said, it's been a very, very tough couple of years for everybody, and it seems like it's continuing to be tough moving into 2023 as well. But these challenges give people the confidence and the drive to fundraise for amazing charities, especially Retina UK, as the research that is continuing to astonish me is moving into realms of groundbreaking proportions. And if anybody would like to know more about the research that is going on, again, jump onto our website and have a little look at some of the publications that are being published at the moment. And also, please do join us for our professional and annual conference in a couple of weeks' time. You will be really surprised at the levels of research, clinical trials, genetic testing that is being done in the world of ophthalmology and genetics for retinal conditions. It gives me goosebumps every time I read something that is going on that they can do at the moment. And I think you'll be truly inspired to go, right, okay, I want this fundraise, I want this research to continue. I'm going to go off and I'm going to do one of these amazing challenges. So I wish everybody all the best in their trekking endeavours, if that's something that you were interested in doing. And Jan, thank you so much for spending the time out this evening to speak to us. It's been much appreciated. Thank you. And I hope to see everybody at the next one in a few months' time.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone.
Thanks, Mark.
No worries. Thank you, everybody. Have a lovely evening.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Cheers, everyone.
Thank you. Take care and have a lovely evening.
Thanks a lot.
We hope you have enjoyed this recording. If you have any questions, queries, or wish to leave any feedback, then please leave it in the comment section below. Alternatively, you can send your inquiries to info@retinauk.org.uk. Contact us via the telephone on 01280 821 334 or call our helpline on 0300 111 4000, which is open Monday to Friday 9:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. If you would like to know more about our local peer groups, when your next meeting will be held, or if you wish to get involved in creating your own group, or would like to know more about our services that Retina UK provides, then please visit our information and support page on our website www.retinauk.org.uk and navigate to our local peer group page. Thanks again for listening. We hope to see you again soon. Take care and bye for now.